Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Open the Lock by Brie Noel. So currently right now, Florida is under a huge hurricane and it's pretty wild out here. It's literally raining, whole bunch of wind outside. So if you guys hear anything like fall, just don't mind it. It's literally the hurricane. Can we just take a moment to just appreciate my eyebrows? I'm having a great eyebrow day. I'm also having a great lash day. I just did some lash extensions on me yesterday at like 3 o'clock in the morning and they're fantastic. But besides that point, let's get into today's episode, Why Should You Love Yourself? I know that a lot of you guys have heard this saying, in the past before, how can you, love somebody if you haven't loved yourself first? Or like, how can you get into a relationship and love somebody when you don't even, like yourself as a person? And I completely agree with that because it's like, how can you ever, literally ever, care and love for somebody and protect somebody and love somebody if you don't do that for yourself? All of that stuff always comes from within yourself. If you don't like yourself, if you don't love yourself, if you don't care for your health, you don't care for your body, how you present yourself, it's like, how can you care that into somebody else? Like, how can you genuinely put love into somebody else if you don't find it from within? I feel like a lot of people like to fake that and they're like, oh, I love him so much, I love her so much. But it's like, how can you really love someone if you're not finding that from within yourself? People are like that. I don't understand how people can go out every day and not like the person that they are. That stuff takes time. Obviously, I'm not expecting you to just come out and, all of a sudden love yourself, but that stuff takes time and it shouldn't be rushed. Everyone has a different, time frame and everyone works differently. People sometimes work fast paced and people work slow paced. It just depends on who you are and what you prefer. People walk out every single day, disgusted with themselves, how they look on the outside and how they are on the inside. And it's like, if you don't like the way you are, why don't you go ahead and try and fix yourself before you go out and present yourself to other people and maybe date other people, talk to other people, get into relationships with everybody. Like, it just doesn't make any sense how you can go out into this world and truly find somebody to love, but you don't have that from within yourself. And I struggled with that a lot. Like, I didn't like myself as a person. I didn't like the way I looked. I didn't like the way I was, physically, mentally, internally, none of that. I didn't understand what it meant to truly find love within yourself and truly find self-love before I can go out looking for it. Literally, for the past, I could say year, I've been around with a lot of guys, not sleeping wise, but I can say, dating a whole bunch of people. And it's like, I dated all these people and they weren't good for me. And it's like, I was trying to love them, but I wasn't loving myself first. I didn't care for myself. I didn't care for my well-being. I didn't care for myself mentally, physically, like internally, the way I was as a person. I didn't like it. And so I would always try to go and find other people to love because I wasn't finding that from within myself. I wanted to love somebody so bad, but it wasn't working. Why? Because I don't love myself internally. I didn't like the way I was. So even if you try to love somebody as much possible as you can, it's never going to work out because you don't love yourself first. You have to put yourself first before you put anybody else above you. I can say for a pretty long time, I was just boys. I was always loved as a child. I can say that I've always had a pretty loving family, pretty loving mom. And I don't know, I guess just being a teenager was really hard for me to love myself as a person. I feel like it's because I was bullied a lot for, I could say, a good amount of, elementary school and middle school. I was always bullied and I feel like those people always brought me down. And, I never truly was able to love myself as a person because these people made me feel disgusted within myself. And also the people around me contributed to that, made me this person that I didn't want to be. And after all of that, I didn't like the way I was. I didn't like myself. I didn't like the way I looked. I hated the way I looked. I couldn't even leave the house because I felt so ugly. And just internally, I hated the person that I was internally. Like, I saw no way in loving myself. And so I went out and I loved and I tried, not even loved, I tried to love so many people. It's like, it made sense to me because I was obviously young. I mean, I'm 16. I'm still young as it is. But it didn't make sense. And everybody would always tell me, like, Brie, how can you truly go out and try to love somebody, try to love a boy, but you don't even love yourself? Not even love, you don't even like yourself as a person. Like, how does that make sense? It doesn't add up. And it took some time and I'm still working on how to love myself because shit is hard. Like, it is hard, sitting down with yourself and truly wanting to love yourself as a person and doing the work every single day to try to get to where you want to be, it's difficult. I'm not saying that it's easy, because it's not for the weak. You have to be strong as hell to, really try to dig deep within yourself and try to actually love yourself before you go out and try to find it from other people, because that's not going to work. A lot of people in this world want everything so quickly, and they want to get everything so quickly, but they don't understand, like, good things happen within time. If you want to love yourself, if you want to look like this, if you want to be like this, if you want to think like this, talk like this, walk like this, you have to wait a little bit. You have to be patient, because that stuff takes time. For you to work on yourself, it takes time. It's not, going to be, a snap of a finger or, a blink of an eye. It doesn't work like that. And so with me, it takes time, and it's still taking time. I always, till this day, like, I'm always trying to find somebody, because, like, I feel so lonely as a person. But I know that if I find somebody, it's not going to work out, because I don't fully love myself yet in order to go out and love somebody else. As much as I want it to, as much as I want to love somebody and have somebody in my life that I can call mine, relationship wise, like, it's not going to work out. I want it to work out. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't mind having a nice little boo thing with me, here freaking recording my podcast with me. But it's just, it's not the time for it right now. And a lot of people don't understand that. They try to rush into things, and they don't see that by you rushing into these things, it could be damaging you in the long run. People go years being in a relationship with somebody and thinking that they love them. And they go all this time and they don't even like the person that they are. They're just staying there because they feel like they have to. But in reality, you don't, because everybody in this world has a choice. It's just your choice to do so. It's your choice to do what you want to do, because it's your life. And with me personally, I couldn't wake up every day and look at myself in the mirror and say, I don't like you. Like, I don't love you. Like, you're disgusting. Like, it was sickening. It was really, really sickening to look at myself and not be happy with the person that I was looking in the mirror. It took me a pretty long time to actually get out of that habit and starting to look at myself and be like, you know what? You're really, really beautiful. It obviously is going to take time, because you obviously need to work on the person that you want to become, but at the same time, you have to be patient with that, because it comes within time. Recently I was talking to this guy. I'm not going to disclose his name, but I was talking to this guy, and I genuinely cared for him. Like, I'm not going to say that I loved him. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I'm trying to, like, push my feelings away, but I cared for him a lot, and I wanted to love him so much, but I didn't even love myself. Like, I wanted to just push myself onto this person so much, because I wanted to be loved. I wanted to feel what it was like to be loved by a boy. I know it sounds so stupid, but it's like, now I look back at it and it's kind of cute. It's kind of funny. But before, like, I felt so pressured that I had to. And because I wasn't loving myself, I wanted somebody else to do it for me. And a lot of the times that's what happens with women. It's like, we don't want to love ourselves. Maybe we're too lazy, or maybe we don't even know that we don't even love ourselves. And we try to look for it within other people. We want people to love us because, one, maybe, you didn't receive that as a child. Maybe growing up, you didn't have a dad, father figure or mother to be there and love you. In this case, I had a mom to be there and to love me. So it wasn't as bad, but I didn't love myself as a person. So I wanted to go out and have other people love me instead of doing it myself. Basically, having other people do my dirty work for me. I can say that this falls a lot on women. I don't know too much about men. I've never really had experience with, like, a man telling me those things. But for women, I can say for myself that it's difficult. And I can't really tell you how to love yourself, because you have to find that from within yourself. People work on themselves in different ways. With me, I like to keep those things disclosed. The way that I work is maybe different from the way you work. Everyone just has a preference. You just have to find what you like. You guys just need to be aware that, loving somebody when you don't even love yourself, there's no equivalent. It's not equivalent. It doesn't make any sense. It would make sense if you loved yourself and now you want to, seek somebody else to love or somebody to love you. But there needs to be a balance. You can't just not love yourself and try to find it out there, because it's truly not going to work. It's physically impossible to find that. And I believe that every single person in this world is beautiful. No matter what they look like on the outside, you are beautiful in the inside. And if you don't love yourself, and you don't value yourself as a person, and you don't like the person that you see in the mirror every single day, then you need to do a little bit of reflecting on yourself and work on yourself, because you shouldn't be waking up like this every single day and not liking the body that you're in. You are down here for a reason. God gave you a purpose to be on this earth for a reason. So you need to make sure that you're doing your job, which is loving yourself and taking care of yourself as a whole. I'm not trying to shade on anybody, because trust me, I used to be like this every single day. I didn't like myself. I didn't love myself. And it hurt me so bad, to the point where it's like I felt so ugly, like on the outside more, because I feel like a lot of people like to focus on what they look like on the outside. But on the inside, I didn't like the person that I was. Not at all. And I tried to seek that from other people, and it wasn't working. And I continued to do the same thing over and over again. Try to see if this person could help me love myself. This person could, this person could, this person could. But they're not. Because the only person that can do that is you. You're the only person in this world who can truly make you love yourself. Once you love yourself and you get into a relationship with somebody, or you find somebody, they can help you more to love yourself. But it starts off within yourself. You're the first base. Look at yourself in the mirror every single day, no matter how much it hurts. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, this is who I am. Like, this is me. And I promise you, after the days keep going by, you're going to realize, you know what? This is how I look. This is who I am internally. If you don't like that, fix it. And over the years, over the months, maybe days, maybe weeks, you'll realize, like, you know what? I'm a beautiful person. And I love myself. I'm going to continue to love myself. And it's just what it is. It's like sometimes you need a little wake-up call. You need a little, knock on the door and be like, hey, like, no. You need to wake up and realize that you are a beautiful person. And you need to love yourself, because this is the person that you are. And if you don't like it, then that sucks. But you're going to learn to accept it. I've accepted the person that I am now. Yes, I'm crazy. I'm beautiful. I'm funny. I'm this. I'm that. Whatever. Whole bunch of just craziness. But I love myself. Because at the end of the day, the only person that I have is me. The only person that's going to love me fully is me. If I find somebody else, no matter if I find a partner or whatever, I'm always going to have my back. Always going to have my back. And I'm going to be the one to love myself 1010%. It's just what it is. And if you don't find that, then I'm sorry. You're never going to find love, because it's not reality. It's not possible for you to go ahead and find somebody to love, or have somebody love you, when you do not feel that from within yourself. It all comes from you. You are step one. You are base number one. And if you don't do it, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Until you make that first try, until you push, it's not going to happen. So guess what? What I'm trying to tell you is, make that shit happen. Make it happen, because you're the only person that's going to do it. And if you don't do it, sucks for you. And if you don't do that, then that's on you. Because people warned you. I'm warning you right now that you don't want to be that person that wakes up every day. Maybe you are that person right now, but you don't want to continue to be that person. And if you continue to, then that's on you. Because I'm here warning you. I'm obviously here telling you guys these things. And if you choose not to listen, then that's obviously not on me. I'm just here to advise you guys. I'm not here to, heal you guys, put a band-aid. No, I'm here to help you guys be a better person and realize that you are worthy. No matter what you're going through, you are worthy, and you are worthy of loving yourself. You are worthy of love. You just need to get that from within yourself. And it's simple. It's simple. It's not as simple as it seems. Obviously, I'm just saying that because, it's a metaphor, but it's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. You got to be a strong freaking person to do this stuff, because if you're a weak person and you do this, it's going to drain you. You're going to get to a point where you're like, I'm sick of this, and you're going to be depressed, and you're going to be tired and lazy, and you're not going to want to do anything. So prepare yourself. Just prepare yourself before you get into that situation and you finally become fully invested in yourself. That's the word I've been looking for this whole entire time. Invested in yourself. Everybody in this world needs to be invested in themselves. Everybody. And you're the only person that can make that happen. People in this world wake up every day and they're not fully invested in themselves. They're not fully invested in the things that they do. Their job or this or that, whatever it could be. And it's like, if you're not fully invested in something, don't even try. If you're not fully invested in healing yourself as a person, loving yourself as a person, don't even try, because it's not going to work. If you're not fully trying in something, it's not going to happen, because you're putting half-ass energy into that. You're doing half-ass work into yourself, and that's BS. I'm calling BS on that, because that is ridiculous. Like, no, if you're going to do something, put your all into it. Stop being lazy. Cut that out, because with you being lazy, that's not going to do anything. I mean, I should be telling myself this, because I'm freaking pretty lazy sometimes. But it's like, if you're not fully invested in yourself, if you're not fully invested in things that you're trying to do and heal yourself as a person and better yourself as a person, don't even try, because you're wasting your time. And so I'm telling you guys, I'm advising you guys, please just do things that are good for yourself. Please just love yourself, because I believe every single person in this world is worthy of love. I am dying to freaking love somebody. I want a nice little boy right next to me. Trust me, I'm waiting for that day, but that day is gonna come once I fully love myself. And it takes time, and it's hard sometimes. You know, there's days where I don't even want to get up. I don't even want to put clothes on, because I don't even want to dress up and look pretty, because I'm like, ew, you know. And those days are gonna come. Things are not gonna come easy. Things are not gonna be perfect. You can't expect to wake up and you're like, oh, I just love myself. No. That stuff takes time. That's what I'm saying. It's not for the weak, because that stuff can seriously tear you down. And I obviously don't want that for you guys, but you need to be aware. You can't just go into these things expecting, you know, a good outcome. Obviously the outcome is going to be good, but the process it's going to be rough. It's going to be like a hurricane. Literally Hurricane Ian. It's going to be like Hurricane Ian. So be prepared. Be prepared, please, because just do it. Just do as I'm saying. I'm telling you, it's going to help you out in the long run, but the only person that it starts from is yourself. So just be prepared, you know, be strong before you really dig into yourself, before you really dig into finding your purpose and loving yourself as a person, because you deserve that. I deserve that. Everybody deserves that. That is going to be all for today's episode. Why should you love yourself? And just please listen to what I said, you know, keep watching the video, keep repeating it in your head, like, I love myself, I'm gonna love myself, because you freaking love yourself. Why wouldn't you? Like, you're a sexy human being. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to be the end of today's podcast. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's episode. Why should you love yourself? Because it's a pretty important topic. And I wish every single person in this world could love themselves the way that they deserve to be loved. Well, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And watch out for next week's video. And one last thing, don't forget to listen, to heal, and to overcome. I love you guys.